Alright everyone, and here we are for another Gooners in Vancouver post-match reaction here on Cannon Fodder TV. And it's the North London derby, Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. Now, you know what, rather than just go through what I would usually do, starting lineups and what was going on in the match, I want to do something a little bit different this week. I want to just have a look at the game. I want to look at this game as a whole. And I've just finished doing a watch along on another channel. And the game's just recently finished. And you know what? Yet again, in my opinion, we've just undone ourselves with yet again another individual error. And I talked about this in the last video. If you remember in the last video, I said, forget VAR, forget, other players on the opposition fouling us. VAR. Let's look at the things that we can do to affect games. Let's look at how we can manage our games. And the biggest problem are these individual errors that cost us points. So we're playing with the 5 at the back, and I understand why we're doing that, because we've had some good results. I think it's in the last 3 or 4 games, only 1 goal. Before that, 3 clean sheets. And what I don't understand is, if you look at the game today, it's the same formation and basically the same players as the Leicester game. But if you look at the way that we started the Leicester game, there was more intensity. So what does that mean? It's the same formation. It's the same players. Have they been given different instructions for this game by the manager? Or is it that the players that are playing just decided to, whatever they were told, to let it go out the window and start playing backward football? Because that's all I kept seeing. Yeah? From Martinez to David Luiz to Mustafi to Xhaka. From Xhaka back to Mustafi, back to David Luiz. All of the time. And I don't understand why a lot of people recently have been lauding Xhaka, because he just slows the game down. At one point in the game, he got the ball and then he just stood still. And everybody almost stopped running, because people were running off of him looking for the pass, but he just stopped and stood still. It was almost like he was in suspended animation. But the individual errors, Kolasinac, with a backward pass, not even towards David Luiz, just vaguely near him, and David Luiz, who's not the fastest of individuals, couldn't get to it. And they nip in, Son nips in, and it's a goal. The goal wasn't created by Tottenham. We weren't outplayed by Tottenham where they created a really good chance and scored a goal. We created the goal for Tottenham. Another individual error. If I was Mikel Arteta, on Monday morning, I'd be walking into Raul Sinieri and Edu's office with a laptop, and I would have that pass by Mustafi on loop. And I would sit there and I would make them look at it for a few minutes, and I would say to them, if you want us to get where we need to be, then you need to help me in the transfer market. Because as long as we have this, what you're watching now, with these players, what you're watching now is going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen. Because as long as we have David Luiz, Said Kolasinac, Sokratis, Mustafi and Xhaka in that team, we are always going to be prone to be giving points away. I'm hearing now that Mustafi, they're talking about offering him a new contract. Why? Did you not see him today? Running back into the penalty box. Nowhere near the player, and he decides to go sliding in. What's he trying to slide into? Fresh air? He's nowhere near the man. And if he was near the man, he might have taken him out in the box. He's back to doing that stuff again. David Luiz. Why did we extend David Luiz's contract? This is the thing that I want to know, and that is, who's making the decision at the club? Who is it that is saying Mustafi should get another year's contract? Is it Raul Sanieri that's going, you know what, let's give this guy another 1 year contract? Because if that's what's happening, that's wrong. And if Mikel Arteta is going up to Raul Sanieri or the contract people and saying, I need to keep Mustafi in this team, make it happen, then that also worries me. I understand that we have to work with the players that we have for the games that we've got. But I don't want to see these players at the club next season. Maybe we can't move all of them on, but let's do the best that we can. Great goal by Lacazette. Really good goal by Lacazette. Good movement for the goal. Good play for the goal. But literally 2 minutes later, we got undone. We undone ourselves. So now we go again to Liverpool. And I'm going to leave it there for that game. That's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the box, whether you agree with what I'm saying or whether you don't agree. I want to hear from you. And if it's your first time coming by the Gooners in Vancouver, subscribe and hit the bell here on Cannon Fodder TV. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll be back again after.